Once upon an evening dreary, having laboured, weak and weary, over many a fine wine, lager and cascale that I must pour. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping at the pub's front door. "Oh, it's a customer," I muttered, tapping at the pub's front door. "Only this, and nothing more." Distinctly I remember. It was then almost November. I alone, as the staff member, was about to hoover up the floor. All around me empty seating, now separate households were not meeting, but here a person to be greeting, at this late hour, whatever more. In the entrance lurked a figure tall, draped within a jet-black shawl, spindly fingers, fangs and all, like nothing I had seen before. He stared and glared, simply standing, manners of me now demanding that I let him through the door. I explained to him that I must ask that here within he wear a mask, before he may enjoy our cask. This he must do, and then some more. His thirst he could not yet quite slake, for first his temperature I had to take. I said, "I know this is a right ball ache, but that's what this gun is for." And so I aimed the device at his head. -10, the screen then read. "This must be broken. Christ," I said. "It's not done that before." Several times I tried again, but each attempt was made in vain. Every time it read the same, and so the machine I did ignore. Clear the look in his red eyes, as one of most profound surprise when I told him he must sanitize. I am sure he almost swore. I then thought that he might beat without the pub a swift retreat when I displayed the sign-in sheet, yet he remained within the door. At an hour this late, his thirst was great, and I would soon find out what for. Of comfort I was then bereft when I saw the fellow turning left. "No!" I bellowed, moving deft to stop him reaching for that door. I saw his eyes begin to narrow as I pointed down towards the arrow. "These rules," I said, "may irk and harrow, but in here they are the law. For a peaceful night you must turn right and follow the guides upon the floor." Snarled he ferociously, but what he meant I wasn't sure. Inside he strode towards the bar. "Wait!" I screeched. "You've gone too far. Now stray not from whence you are, and move not 1 foot more. The rules in here are mighty clear. At the table you receive your beer, for so things are in the second tier. Now be seated, I implore." But he remained there, stood in place, and removed the mask from off his face, and then let out a beastly roar. Aghast, I said, "What are you thinking?" But his soulless eyes looked on, unblinking. I knew my blood is what he would be drinking, as he stretched out a sharpened claw. "You're now breaking the rules," I said, "and while you may be the living dead, my boss fills me with a touch more dread." I explained to the ghoulish carnivore. "Yes, you might be here to maim and kill, and drain me dry and drink your fill, but you still scare me less than Nick and Jill, and so I'm afraid therefore, either move on back and take your seat, and if you insist on staying on your feet, then I'm sorry, but I must entreat you to head back out through the door." At this, his red eyes lit afire, and at me leapt the dread vampire, but tripping over Henry's wire, he fell down upon the floor. His body smashed a wooden stool apart, and a splintered leg clean pierced his heart. I hoovered up the dust he did impart, and thought to myself, "Whatever more." Whatever more.